It's Julia Bileski here. I'm the author of Leading with Grace, Cultivating Hope, Authenticity, and a Focus on People Throughout the Leadership Lifespan. I'm a district leader, a former elementary principal, and an overall lover of leadership, and I'm here tonight for another Fireside chat. So in episode 1, we talked all about well-being and preventing burnout, and we are here. It is about to be New Year's, and so I'm back to that topic because it is certainly top of mind for me. And I'm going to read a little bit from chapter 7 of Leading with Grace for you, part that I haven't shared yet on this series, and then leave you with another tip that I think is very timely as we prepare to return to our schools, to our workplaces, hopefully after a restful period of time off here at the holidays. I went home that evening and made a small but actionable decision. I was not going to check work email at all over the coming 10-day winter break. I set up an automatic reply on my email, logged off of my computer, and shared my plan with my family members. My husband was cynical and not sure that I could actually follow through on what I intended to do. My kids, however, brightened immediately at being asked to help keep me accountable. They were happy to be a part of my goal, even though they may have just been excited at the prospect of catching me red-handed on my computer. Spoiler alert, they didn't catch me. I stuck to my goal and did not check email once over that break. There may not be anything revolutionary about putting on an automatic response while out of the office and staying off of email during a break, but for me, it was the first time I had done so in over a year. The result of this action step was that at the end of that winter break, I felt more rested and relaxed than I had in a very long time. I felt ready to return to work and hit the ground running, and I couldn't believe how restorative those 10 days had been for me physically, mentally, and emotionally. I vowed to myself that I would find a way to carry some of that energy with me into the new calendar year by setting better boundaries between work and home. So this came to mind for me this week because I have had a really challenging time staying off of work email while I've been off. I've done a good job, but it's challenging. I'm feeling that discomfort and that urge to just check in, and I know how much of a slippery slope that can be, and I'm sure you do too. So I want to talk about setting boundaries between work and home. And what's really tricky but also special about this tip is that it's very unique to everyone. So what works for me may or may not work for you, and vice versa. Everyone has different preferences for what those work-life boundaries look like. So what I encourage you to do as we prepare to return to work here in the new year is spend a few minutes reflecting. Think about what a good boundary between work and home would look like for you, and what's one action step that you can take to put that boundary into place. For me, I like really clear boundaries, so I will pick a time of the evening after which I will not look at email, or I will pick a weekend day where I promise myself that I will not log on to work, and then I will communicate that boundary to other people around me, loved ones as well as coworkers. I found that works really well for me. Something a little bit different might work for you, but I'd love to hear about what you choose and what great work-life boundary hacks you have to suggest to me as well. Wishing you a happy and healthy new year, and I can't wait to continue sharing some tips for you in 2025.